Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Please mute yourself as you come in. Thank you very, very much for attending to today's pre-launch virtually for Cirus Social. You will hear today from our leaders, corporate team, and you will learn more about what Cirus Foundation, Cirus Social is all about. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce you our host today that will be moderating this whole presentation today, this evening, and this afternoon. Our very own and tough leader, entrepreneur, businessman. I mean, I can't see anything much more that he is the top of the line kind of guy, smart and intelligent, creative, Mr. John Rock.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. I didn't put my hair up in a bun, but I'm telling you right now, you know, we've been waiting on this, our pre-launch day for probably a couple of months. And so just want to say good morning, good afternoon, bonjour, sabadi, comment ça va, wherever you're from, ciao. There's a lot of things going on in the crypto world, especially Web 3.0 right now. And that's really what we want to present is the future Web 3.0. We started working together on this project midsummer last year, but you know, the founders of the company, I'll introduce them in a second, but I want to thank everybody because, you know, the whole transition that we had to make from our own hotspot, everybody in the world dealing with the whole chip shortage and affected, everybody's been affected. So what we did is we found a partnership, we found a company to take care of our people, not just from the Cirus Foundation side, but the Go Nitro Wireless side. So we came together and now we're working as a team to change the internet. Now, many of you are friends of ours, some of you are guests, some of you are old partners, some of you are old members in our different programs throughout the last year or so. But again, I think my job this morning is to say thank you for coming. I know you could be somewhere else, but we know that right now we have people from Asia, we have people from Africa. I just saw our European team come on. The folks in Australia just came on. So what's happening now is this is for you leaders. And again, for the Cirus Foundation, that corporate team has worked so hard to be able to give us an opportunity to help people around the world have cryptocurrency adoption and also launch the Web3 platforms that are going to be the future of the internet. So I really can't thank you all enough for giving us a chance. We're recording this just to have something to work with. So what I'd like to do is just get started because I know I'm excited and I want to stay on point, want to make sure I respect your time, but also want to start out with disclaimer. And so one of the things we have to say, even though this is a opportunity for income, basically Cirus Social, this is an exclusive private membership organization dedicated to connecting exceptional people and inspirational individuals, both socially and professionally. Now here's the key. We're a collective of leaders, entrepreneurs, professionals, adventurers, and we all share and want to expand our spheres of influence. So why do I do this? Because see, we're talking about Cirus platform being a social environment. Cirus Foundation is our parent. That's the home. That's the mother behind what we're doing. But we're talking about everybody in the world being able to be a part of the Cirus, what we'll call ecosystem. And so with that being said, I want to introduce to you the amazing Cirus founder team. Not only have we broke bread, we've actually came together in Vegas and we've been, you know, it's like finding that second life of friends and family. So I want all of you to understand why. On a personal note, I'd like to thank Daniel and thank Ben specifically and Michael and the entire Cirus team for the opportunity. So let's talk about these amazing people we're working with. So Cirus Foundation, basically Web 3.0, I mean, the foundation is empowering the ownership economy. Sometimes when I hear the team talk about this, even with my experience, I don't understand the relevance on a global scale, but it's very important. The other thing is we've got a mission. Here's what I want everybody on this call to think about. Can you help us with our mission? Our mission is to accelerate the ownership economy by building the on-ramp for individuals to own, manage, monetize the largest digital commodity, your data. I mean, that's our statement. I mean, it's an ownership economy. I hear our partners talk about it all the time, but I'm reading to you what the future looks like and why Cirus is the right company to do this. Just to really talk a little bit about, we've got advisors from Gil Amelio, people know his Godfather Technology with Apple and also AT&T. We've got Daniel Brand, which is one of our co-founders on the call, and Michael Luco. These people, between them and Samir, they're so instrumental in changing Web 3.0 with the Cirus Foundation. I know that Gil gives us great leadership. We know that, the godfather of Apple products is kind of impressive, very important. But between Daniel, Sumatra, and Michael, and also David, the team in the office, I mean, you could not ask. I mean, even Mike, Venice is one of the other directors giving us direction. And again, if you know anything about Seagate and anything about Silicon Valley, these people, Vanzi, Alex, everybody you see is who's behind this project. So I don't want you to think that we're just a couple of guys. These guys are history makers, from Jeff to Ben, David, Mikey. Everybody is 100%. So our job today is to make sure in Olosky, he's got one of those Russian names. In Texas, we have a hard time with syllables, but I think I got it. But long story short, if you want to know the background of these people that are running the Cirus Foundation, it's public, you got to understand something too. Any one of the people that you're looking at could run his own company. We need to get more ladies on that, think about it. But the good thing about it is, if you could imagine, all these guys are CEO material. All these guys are, multi-billion-dollar mindset leadership people. This is who backs the Cirus Foundation. So that's the important thing for me to get across to you before I bring on Daniel and Michael is, what is the challenge? If we're not solving a problem, what are we doing? And basically, data has become the new oil. I want you to think about what I'm saying, no matter whether you're in Africa on this call, Europe, Asia, United States, Mexico, wherever you are. Name one oil company, and you don't have to do it now, one oil company worth more than Google. I want you to think about that. Name one oil company worth more than Facebook. So think about it. You and myself, we surf the web, and data has become the new oil. So basically what's happened is we've given away trillions of dollars. And the challenge for us is we're going to be monetizing data by paying you. And basically, to imagine the financial return on the world's largest commodity, which is your data, which created the Facebook, which created the Google, which created the Amazon. Never in the history of any direct sales industry has anybody done a presentation like this saying that the lack of access into the new era, as the data era emerged, that people lack access to data ownership. Imagine saying to you now that you'll have the ability to monetize surfing the web, and Cirus is the company to change Web 3.0. So now it's important to understand we are the solution. With all the work that's been done for the last few years, Cirus Foundation is not a new company, it's a couple of years old. Paving the way for the digital era right now and big data is the ticket. We already know it's the new oil. So even though you have the blockchain, you have software tokenization of the ecosystem, this is the first time in the history of mankind where your time spent surfing the web or doing anything that you already are doing, you can monetize and take ownership versus passing it on to a third party. Is basically, that's Web 2.0. And that's where we're at. So one of the things I want to do is I want to bring on Daniel Bland. Daniel's like, he's that brother I've been looking for a long time in my life, that he's a leader. He's traveled the world. He's spoken at the crypto conferences. He comes from the background of technology, especially strategic technology to be advanced. So once again, I'm gonna say to everybody, this is the champion behind a lot of the stuff you see. He's been able to pivot with the whole issue that everybody's dealt with, the chip crisis. So Daniel Bland, I want to bring you on and say thank you for giving us a chance to know about you and Michael. And if you could take over and just give us an idea of what you see we're able to do with Surf and Earn Crypto, the Cirus wallet, the extension, and also what does the future look like for everybody on the Zoom today. So Daniel, if you could take it over, I'd appreciate it.
Well, thanks, John. I really appreciate it, brother. And similarly, it's been great getting to know you and Cynthia. Your energy and your passion and your love for changing the world is simpatico with myself, with Michael, Samartha, our other co-founder here at Cirus. And you're right. We believe at Cirus that the big data behemoth that's created trillions of dollars of value to investors, we believe that model is broken. And it's broken because what Google and Facebook and the oligarchs, as we call them, what they forgot in the trillion-dollar valuation equation, they forgot about the owners of the data. The owners of the data are you and me and everybody on this Zoom call today, tonight, and this morning or tomorrow morning, I guess, depending on where you are. They forgot about us. And so we've dedicated ourselves with Finance and with Gil. And these are Hall of Fame members of the technology industry that has been built the last 30 years. Finance, founder of Seagate. Seagate is today the largest hard drive manufacturer in the world. Gil Amelia, without Gil, Apple would not exist. Think about that. Apple, $1 trillion plus company was really turned around and saved by Gil. So we have the legacy of people that have created the tech industry, and they've come on to help us at Cirus, understanding that this is a profound change in the world. Think about your surfing the internet and you being paid for that. It is truly transformative. It's going to change so many lives around the world, and we're very, very excited that working with John, we believe we've come up with something in direct marketing that's never been done before. As we all know, in direct marketing, if they don't use the product, the system fails. Well, in this case, think about bringing on your people onto your network, and they start surfing the internet, they'll be paid. There is nothing else. It costs them nothing to join, and they will earn revenue in their surfing. So that's as simple as it gets. And we are very excited to bring now a program that we've been working with John for quite a while, and is going to transform the direct marketing concept, where you guys bringing in your teams, they'll be paid. You'll be able to see those rewards payment. And again, this is something that we've been working very hard on, and we're now ready to launch this. And Michael, maybe you could talk a little bit about the Web 3.0 and how that's going to change things from your perspective.
Yeah, certainly. And it's a pleasure to be here, seeing some very friendly and relatable faces. Hope to meet everybody in your actual geo as well, traveling to the Philippines, to India, to Africa, and across the world. This is a global movement. This is a global movement that is happening now, whether we like it or not. This is time for change. It's a ground up approach, right? Too long have people just been a product that haven't really been a fabric of value ownership and value transfer. And that is what Web3 is about, right? So if we think about the original creation of the internet, they call it Web 1. Web 1 was about publishing information, right? Anybody could publish information. So it was called information highway, right? And that was transfer of information globally. Web 2.0 went a step further and said, okay, well, here's how we create something that's interactive, right? Something that's dynamic. I can interact with people online. I can get into these platforms. The problem with that, though, is what happened there, it became the gatekeeper approach. And the gatekeeper approach said, well, now we have people into the system, into the highway. We're going to start figuring out how we can monetize everybody else, and let's just see what they do, right? That was really what happened. And in part of it, it was a technological constraint because, there wasn't an area where we could actually transfer funds and payments like lightning speed across the world. That wasn't the case. It was, money transfers that would take a couple of days. So value transfer, value ownership just wasn't technically available. So they kind of call us the original sin of the internet because advertising came in, and advertising replaced how things were monetized. The aspect of that was that corporations would be able to make money and the platforms would be able to make money, but people were left out of the equation. So fast forward to today, where payments and micropayments are not an excuse anymore, especially in rise of crypto and blockchain and everything we have right now. That's no longer an excuse, right? So Web3 is here. It's here to stay, and it's about giving people back ownership. And they refer to this as the ownership economy. And this is a people-first approach. And so we're thinking that the most important thing about this, about actually entering Web3, is your data, because that is a digital representation of you in this new world that we live in. And if you think about what happened in the past 2 years or 3 years in COVID, everything became digital at lightning speed. So we've actually hyper accelerated the Web3, or the new age of the internet. And so this is a pretty special point in moment right now, where we actually have the technical capability, which is blockchain and crypto. We have the rise of all things digital, because everyone has a digital footprint. And now we have the decoupling of a traditional broken system, which is run by oligarchs. So, welcome to Web 3.0, and this is what it's about. Cirus will be a major player in this, will be one of many, and we encourage a lot of companies to come in and support the mission, because that's what this is about. So just big shout out to everybody here, because you are the believers. You are the people who will actually make this happen. Thank you.
Well, Daniel, I got a quick question. I want everybody to understand, it was interesting for months have we worked this with Michael, David, the team, Sumatra. What does an individual, as far as transactions and stuff, Michael and Daniel, how does the monetization happen? Could you just touch on how everybody gets paid? Because that's the biggest thing people are going to ask.
Sure, and it's really quite simple. You sign up on the web extension, and let me just say that we start with the web extension, but as you alluded to earlier, we first started this strategy with a router first approach, and of course we had to pivot because the chip supply issue around the world is real, and it really prevented us from having a router first approach. So we changed that strategy, and also in keeping with the crypto ecosystem that we developed on top of the Cirus Foundation, we now have users around the world. Crypto is a global phenomenon, and surfing the internet is a global phenomenon. So we thought that it would be very opportune to be able to give them a first approach with just the web extension. So the web extension, you register, you download, and you start earning. Right now, we're on a few browsers. Eventually, we'll be on all the browsers. Safari is coming. We're now on Google and Firefox, but others are coming. And you simply go through the registration process. You download the web extension, and you start earning revenue for your surfing. We're working out the sort of how often you're paid. We're looking at every 2 weeks. We're looking at a payment every 2 weeks model, and the idea is that we're setting the structure now at $7 a month, and that's per user. So if you had 3 or 4 or 5 people in the home, You can multiply that by 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how many people you have in the home. And so when we look at that number, once we have the router, which will be later in the year going into 23, that number will increase. Again, there's a lot of different ways that we'll be able to help the owner of the data take that money that they're earning and then do different things with it. Invest for them, want to donate to charities, have other DeFi products that we'll be developing down the road. So this is a transformation where each individual that gets on the internet, they're worth a certain amount per year to the oligarchs. That now becomes your money. So this is a monthly payout. Probably every 2 weeks, we'll be making disbursements to the people that are surfing and earning. And it's predicated on the amount of time that you use the internet. If you're only on the internet an hour a month, you'll be paid less than if you are on the internet 9 hours a day. So, yeah.
I mean, that's Daniel. That was one of the things that when Michael and you were in Vegas that really got me excited, because for people who are in nonprofits, for people in direct sales, for people who are in organizations trying to raise money, to be able to surf the web, you'll be able to donate that money direct to another person that has a Cirus wallet. And Michael, could you touch on the ability on the wallet to swap and also transfer peer-to-peer, please?
Yeah, certainly. And that's really what we want to build here. It's an all-inclusive tool. You know, you can capture the value from your data, but more importantly, what can you do with it? Where do you go next? And so what we're developing right now is a wallet that actually ties directly into the web extension, and that allows you to access the products of Web3. So what does that mean? That's decentralized finance, that's swapping and trading with other different potential cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, USDT, or to what you said, John, we could actually integrate into social impact. We can actually allow people or enable people to directly contribute to social causes around the world from their passive income, which is data. I mean, that is the fantastic part about this, because this is not just getting paid for your data. It's the cornerstone of it, but what you do next and how you evolve into the system is probably even more important. And with Web3 and with the wallet that we're developing right now, you'll be able to do that. So it's very exciting.
Well, and that's one of the reasons I wanted everybody to understand, this is not just about you earning income from your data, also about sharing the opportunity. So what I want to do now is really tell Michael and tell Daniel, thank you so much. We're going to move forward here, but without you and Mikey and Dave and everybody, Samartra, that makes the foundation for us, not just have more belief, but it gives us that parachute we need for leadership. So I'm going to thank you before we move to the next slide, both of you and all the team members that are here. I see Mike and other people. Thank you for supporting us. And thank you also for creating Cirus Foundation. So let's go on to the process real quick. So let's talk about the process that Daniel was talking about and Michael. It's user experience. It's very simple. We download an extension, we add it to a Chrome or a different browser, and basically you surf the web. The data that's connected to their web surfing, and Daniel said it, if you only surf an hour a month, you're gonna get paid for an hour a month. If you surf for 10 hours a day, you'll get paid for 10 hours a day. And it really depends on, the surfing location too. I really want to stress this, that things may fluctuate from country to country, but you'll get paid for your surfing. And the great part is you're getting paid in Cirus token. And I'm going to talk about this really for a second. Understand that it took almost 9 to 10 years for Bitcoin to become legitimate. And we're starting out with a utility token that has a faster lifespan in the sense of going to be very valuable as a commodity. And there's a video that Michael and some of the team members have done on YouTube about, can you pay your bills with Cirus token? Can you pay your cell phone bill in Africa? Can you pay your electric bill in North America? Well, the token's already publicly traded. And that's the great thing about what Michael, David, and the whole team with Daniel have done. The token already can be swapped for Ethereum and Bitcoin. So as you earn, it really is paid in US dollars. So let's go to the next slide. This is what this looks like as an example. So basically you surf the web and you earn Cirus tokens. Here's an example of an account with 50.42 Cirus tokens, which is worth at that time, because as you know, tokens go up and down, $56.42. I want you to ask yourself a question. When was the last time Facebook sent you a check, or Google sent you a check, or even Amazon sent you a check? It's your data. And we're not asking anybody to change their behavior. So it's a global approach. We have multiple countries on this call right now. We have people representing different organizations and different cultures. The DeFi in the future, to be able to eventually to take loans out through your Cirus extension is a Cirus statement, but that's in the future. So is your data, worth something? Yes, it is. And that's why it's called surf and earn crypto. You're not spending any money. You're not buying anything. You're literally earning a publicly traded token that can be exchanged on multiple exchanges for the work you're already doing and the habits you already have. So think about it. You surf the web. In the future, we'll have NFTs. In the future, we'll have all the different things that are hot right now. But right now, for the basics, it's the Cirus token into the Cirus wallet. And this is the model for this. You see remittance there. There's so many people from India and the Philippines and Mexico and different countries that will be able to send money through this platform without paying the high prices of the, certain companies that charge up to 20% per transaction to send money back home. Think about it. This is instant. You don't have to wait on a 3-day transfer like a wire with a typical bank. Cirus is a platform that will change everything. So again, roadmap's great. Data monetization, the ability to use the devices coming in the future. Imagine walking into stores in about a year or two and being able to say, hey, is your store on the Cirus network? That's a reality that we're focused on. How many of you know people that own businesses that would like to go Web3 before it even gets there to have one up on their community competition? Or what if you knew someone who was a mayor? You saw the mayor of New York and mayor of Miami wanting to pay people in Bitcoin. Cirus can do that without the high volatility of other tokens. So Cirus data platform, this roadmap is just not about you doing something for a little time. In the future, and I have to stress this, in the future, whether it's this year or next year, the router will come in. Imagine having this at every college campus in the world, or even in a dorm, or maybe even, at a high school library, or outside of that, your household. And as Daniel said, every user that uses an actual technology to get on the web, a phone, a laptop, whatever, will have data. I mean, again, data is the new oil. In the future, we'll have this. This thing's got to be 47 patents on it. So I'm telling you, once this is ready and we get the whole chip thing set up with China, this also is going to be the big next wave of more income into your household. So again, it's coming. But today, we're focused on basically the business model. And it's really simple. When the router gets here, it gets here. Right now, we have the extension, which is paying today. We've got some other things that turn on as far as surf and earn, but it's working today. The other thing I want you to think about, we have people right now from the Philippines to Hong Kong, Thailand, China, Africa, North America, in the sense of Canada, Mexico, United States. I believe we have a couple people that should be here from Argentina, our people from Germany and UK. And this is a leadership call. This is for people to know what we're doing. We have mapped out for Cirus Foundation a future to be a major player in the data space, as you physically see in this picture. So again, what's in it for us, and what are we doing here? Well, the extension is already here. It's really simple. You download it, you connect to your data, and you earn. That's as simple as it can be. The other thing I want you to think about is, I know it's about 6,000 units they're out testing the routers and stuff now, but that's coming. So again, that's going to be a huge influx of income for our data users, a huge market shift for us to get ahead of everybody. Imagine if we've got over 50 to 100 million extensions before the routers are made available. That's the future we're talking about for you. So as we build the future together, If you don't know anybody that surfs the web, then you might be with Elon Musk somewhere in Mars. But I'm saying to you right now, this is the simplest model in the world. This is a disclaimer that's actually on our foundation website. I'm not going to read it. I'm just making you aware of it. So really, in closing, here's what you've got to understand. This is a pre-launch Zoom to teach you that we're coming. We don't have everything ready, but what we have is the tools for you to build right now. So you got to ask yourself a question. What's in it for me? Can I do this? And is it worth your time? So now we're closing out to what it's all about you from this slide forward. What's in it for you? Can you do this? And is it worth your time? Let's go through this, because this is about power of ownership, or like me and Daniel say, power to the people. The blockchain is our core platform, but Cirus enables this gateway in people's homes, people's business, to give you true ownership economy, which Michael talks about eloquently on different Cirus's videos on YouTube. So that ownership economy, what's happening right now? Web 3.0 is happening, whether you like it or not. People have built trillion-dollar companies on your data. And think about this. There's over 68 million people as of February 2021 that have downloaded wallets or extensions or tools to be able to use blockchain technology. We could not do this without a micropayments platform called the blockchain. So imagine in the past, you couldn't have been paid for surfing the web. Web 2.0 couldn't have been paid. Web 1, you couldn't have. Web 3 gives you the ability now to get paid with what's called cryptocurrency for surfing the web. So it is a major step up for us as a people around the world with the internet. And again, look at how many users that are using wallets. And this isn't even the surface. We haven't scratched the scratch. I mean, our goal is to be up there with these other companies with a number of people using our web extension wallet, and then go into the router side. But this shows you right here that this is happening. I mean, this is happening with or without you. And how many of you know someone who surfs the web? And how many people have tried direct sales? How many times have I failed? You failed. Here's the deal. Unless people stop surfing the web, then this is crazy, because here's what people are doing with blockchain technology. They do digital currency, asset sharing, reconciliation. They do payments between each other, peer to peer. You can use the smart contracts of certification, reoccurring revenue and revenue sharing. This is what the blockchain can do that Web 2.0 cannot do. So again, you're looking into the crystal ball of the future. What is our goal? We have a goal. If you look at the Exodus wallet, it got 900,000 users. You look at the Gemini wallet, 13.6 million users. Look at MetaMask. Most of you 2 years ago, maybe even further, even today, you may be a guest, you may not even know what MetaMask is, but they have 21 million people that have downloaded their extension. 21 million. And you look at Binance. I mean, Binance is, you know, this is not a model we invented. Trust Wallet, 10 million people. Our goal on this call from this day forward is we want to have about 5 million users by August. We want to hit about 10 million users by October, 20 million by first part of 2023. And here's the bottom line. See, instead of trying to invent something, Cirus have pivoted to give you the ability to compete. Because think about it. How many of the 13 million people in Gemini got paid to download an extension to surf the web? 0. How many people, the 10 million with Trust Wallet, are getting paid just to have Trust Wallet on their phone or their laptop? 0. Binance, 0. 21 million people, and some of us in other businesses that we've been in have downloaded MetaMask. Who here is getting paid while MetaMask is sitting on your browser? Nobody. So now I'm saying there's no excuse, because we're some pretty good marketing people. And if it's not cost you any money up front, just like these other companies, why not? Why not go after 5 million people in the next 60 to 90 days? It's free. Think about your phone. The average person on here has about 200, 300 people on their cell phone. And if we had 100 people or 50 people here, we already know starting out what we can do. So it's very important for you to think about this. You're already surfing the web. It's your data. Now you can get paid for it. You don't have to ask anybody for upfront money. You don't have to ask them about getting on an auto ship. You don't have to ask about whether the company's solid or not, the owners, all that goofy stuff we've dealt with in direct sales for the last million years. What's in it for you? Everything. Can you do it? You're already surfing the web. And is it worth your time? Ask yourself, did you buy Google stock? Did you do what I did when my friend called me and said, Google stock's at 35 cents? I'm like, what is Google? Is that a disease? And I said, I just bought Yahoo. I'm good. Trust me. I wish I'd taken that. But I'm saying to you, you're in a better position than mistakes that other people made, like myself, passing on Google at 35 cents. So is it worth your time? Yes. This is a change, Web 3.0, that you're going to be a part of. All we're asking you to do is be on the financial side, own your data, join the ownership economy with us. And it's really simple. We have a step process. You go to the surfandearncrypto.com. You download the Cirus extension. You install it, set up your account, and basically look for the little green light. I'll show you in a minute. Start surfing the web, and you start earning crypto. Not hard to do. Let's look at this real quick. So you start it, you download it, boom, you got your Chrome extension, boom. You look up here in the circle and it shows you that it's live. See that little green light right there lets you know that it's live. Imagine, I want you to imagine this takes under a minute. This takes under a minute. So can you do it? Yes, you can. Let's talk about how do you earn income? Do you have children at home that because of COVID are doing remote learning from school? Probably. How about online education? Do you teach an online education class? Are you a person with a large YouTube account? Are you an influencer? Do you have followings? Are you an artist? Imagine with Cirus, if I wanted to download your MP4, you literally as an artist can pay me to listen to you. Could you imagine doing virtual Cirus concerts where everybody in the Cirus community invites people, installs the actual extension, and you get paid to send audiences to online education. You get paid to send people to concerts. And what about what we talked about in the future? Being able to walk into a store, scan your QR code to your Cirus wallet, scan your QR code to a store's wallet, send Cirus payments right there. Now that's a pretty serious statement, no pun intended. There is $14 trillion at stake right now just in talking about e-commerce. And here's the cool part. If you're surfing the web, what if you could take the Ethereum and the USDT that's in your wallet on the Cirus browser and deposit into your bank account? And what if you could cash out? You're going to get paid instantly. It's just the paycheck or the payments can be pulled out every 15 days, just like a job. But here's the deal. You're getting paid 24 hours a day. Retail stores want new traffic. So guess what they need to do? They need to join us in Web 3.0 and become what we call the Cirus economy, not the e-commerce economy. And that's no pun, but I like Cirus. I mean, again, here's a big thing we set up. Surf and Earn is for you to go register, download the browser. We created Cirus Social to train you to go after nonprofits, train you to go after organizations. So on the training side, Cirus Social is just here to support Surf and Earn. Why? Because you got to have people that can plug in with light minds and be able to do the things that Michael and David and Sumatra and Daniel want us to do. Take Cirus seriously to the world. Again, it sounds like I've been recording this, but I'm serious. Oh, I did not say that. But either way, I'm just saying, this literally shows that people are earning right now for surfing the web. Many of you have been in direct sales and you have your friends on auto ship. I'm guilty of it too. But here's the deal. You know, you can do this and you don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to, worry about them losing their money. You don't have to worry about them pulling a credit card out. You don't have to worry about them losing their Bitcoin. In this situation, this is the first direct sales model or you're getting paid to refer people, just like PayPal used to back in the day, but you actually are, the product's earning your residual income. Could you imagine surfing or having your kids surf enough to pay your auto ship and whatever product program you're in? Could you imagine going to an MLM owner saying, hey, if you guys take us serious, we'll show you how to never pay auto ship again with that weight loss product or that skincare. That's what Cirus will be able to do for direct sales company, is bring them into Web 3.0. So again, what's in it for you? Did you notice the price in the slide just changed? It just went up. So as you surf the web, let me do another one. See that just changed again, 8.11. You're able to earn income. It's working. It's working. This presentation is to show you that it's working, and also let you know that we're in pre-launch. Beta is beta, but we're showing you that this is the reality. The other thing is too, joining the Cirus Social, in our opinion, is the movement. When that router comes out and it's plugged into your house, imagine the router being plugged into a coffee shop. Could you imagine selling someone coffee saying, well, if you download this or hit this QR code and use your laptop, your first cup of coffee is free. Remember, we're paying people $5.50 of Cirus tokens to register people. Could you imagine this being in a retail shop and the retail owner says your first something is free? Well, that's the reality of how simple this is. Look at this. When you enroll someone or that retail shop or your cousin or your son or your wife, your child, it's simple. You go and you get someone's link that they shared with you. You put in your name, put in your last name, create your own custom referral ID, like, JR or Bitcoin Ninja or Satoshi Nigromoto, any of the names that I use. Put in your email, fill out your general stuff, and you click at the bottom, the terms and conditions. Basically, you can do this on Safari, Chrome, Brave, on your cell phone, iPad, laptop, and PC. This is easy to enroll. You just fill it out, right? So let's look at this. Once that's done properly, you'll receive an email from Post Affiliate Pro. It'll say, basically, click here to create a password. Once you do that, then you are able to log physically in your new back office and start promoting a free link to your cousin, to your clergy, to your nonprofit, to the people that you say you want to help homeless veterans. Guess what? Give them a free link. There are ways you can help people with just this link, and think about it from a business point of view. You're getting paid $5.50 for every direct referral for just enrolling someone who downloads the extension and signs up in the Surf and Earn crypto platform. You do 10 people, make $55 that day. You do 100 people, $550 that day. Cashed out on the 15th and the 30th is what we're working on. But the main thing is it costs you nothing but what you're doing already. So again, I really want to stress with you, when this comes, it's going to have your extension or your code on it. And as an ambassador, what we're doing is, the ambassador program is, we just want you to be able to teach other people and train other people on what Surf and Earn really means. It really means that you're an ambassador for Web 3.0. There's nobody out there but you. If you're on this call, this is a leadership call. This is a call to action. And one of the biggest benefits is that I want to show you just an idea. Let me see if I can click on this. Let's go here. Just an idea. We do not do income guarantees, but if you work, you'll eat and you'll get paid. How about that? So if you have someone direct to you, I'm going to say it's a church. I'm in a church, we're trying to buy a church bus. So if the church has a link and they're earning $5.50 per congregation member, if they have 10 members come on, they earn $55. Here's the cool thing. The $55 is in Post Affiliate instantly. It's just that you don't get paid twice a month. So the benefit is that you literally can see your $55 is there instantly. If you have someone direct, that's the payment. If you have someone indirect, a church member, if they do the same, they refer 10 people at no cost, no monthly fee, no credit card, no. And if they refer 100 people, they made $75 for you. Remember? They made the 100 people, $550, but you still made $75. The direct line under that is 50 cents. So if you have 100 people that refer 1,000 people, in your next direct line, you made $500 that day. But remember, we're looking at, you can cash it out on the 15th and 30th of every month. You literally could pay your bills if you're home and you're not able to go to physical work because of COVID. You as a student can pay your bills even if you're doing remote training or not at college. On your last level, direct level under the other three, basically you're paid 25 cents. So imagine if you had a school need to raise money for COVID prevention, or if you're a booster club and COVID's affected how much you can donate to the local football team, or the local Pee-wee league, or the local flag football team. Parents literally could use this to fund their community without spending any money. And this is global, okay? Let's go to the next slide. So basically, I mean, I get excited because I know what this means for all of us who, we've been there, we've done our best with different businesses. We've tried to take care of families. And again, even Cirus and BMW were all affected by stuff. So what I'm saying to you today is this recording is for you to meet Daniel, meet Michael, see Mikey, see there's real people behind what we're doing. And again, you're already doing this. You're already surfing the web. Your children are surfing the web. Your grandma's surfing the web, but you're not getting paid. So let's finish with this. So what's in it for you? Everything. We've created trillion-dollar companies, and we still can't send our own kids to schools that we want to send them to because we don't have the money in some cases. If I'm in Africa and I may not be, in a position to donate money to my own village, but whether it's Africa, the Philippines, or Detroit with a water issue, or California with water drought, you can use this to raise monies because we built the Amazon trillion-dollar company. We built the Facebook trillion-dollar company. We built the Google a trillion-dollar company. So what's in it for you? Everything. Can you do it? You're already doing it. Is it worth your time? I hope today that you see that the transition that we made, just like Cirus, because of chip shortages, is to protect you and your family, the investments you've made in our other companies, the time you've invested. All we're saying is, I hope this is worth your time. I hope you understand you're the first people to know about it globally. So we have events coming up in Las Vegas that you'll be able to pre-qualify for. We have trainings coming up. We have Zooms. We're going to be in the studio in the next 30 days. But what I'm saying to you is thank you. Thank you for those who stuck through ups and downs and Go Nitro Wireless. Daniel, Michael, Dave, Mikey, and Dave. Thank you also, Ben. Ben instrumentally brought us to this platform. Always give him credit. And say this, together we can win. We may not be able to control manufacturing in China, but we can control our data. With that being said, I'm here to serve all of you. I may not know everything, but the one thing I know, if you work as hard as all of us should, there's no reason not to have everything we want. Let's build the future together. Thank you for being on the Zoom today, and we'll talk to you all soon. Y'all have a blessed day and make the best of everything you do. So thank you so much, everybody.